My name is Joe. These are just opinions. I'm Joepinionated. Welcome to the top 25 albums from 1993. Check out the channel for the 25 best songs from 1993 and the playlist. There's 100 songs plus on there, 100 best songs on this channel, Joepinionated. Number 25, starting off at 3.5 stars, I go with Pablo Honey from Radiohead. And this is them getting their feet wet, their debut album, or one of the best bands in the world for many years to come after this. Their debut, not as full as their later albums, and a little bit of a different sound, featuring the track Creep. Number 24, I'm going with In Pieces from Garth Brooks. This is his 5th studio album. This one with Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up, American Honky Tonk Bar Association, Callin' Baton Rouge, and Standing Outside the Fire was another big hit off this one. Can't forget about Garth, In Pieces. Number 23 comes from Australia's In Excess. The album is Full Moon, Dirty Hearts. This one has The Messenger, Cut Your Roses Down, Full Moon, Dirty Hearts, the title track. It doesn't have as many huge songs like the other albums around it have, but still a really good rocker from start to finish. I like it. In Excess. It's the second album from Canadian rock group Crash Test Dummies. I don't know if they're really rock, folk, alternative folk. Crash Test Dummies. The album is God Shuffled His Feet. Being Canadian, I saw this on a lot of people's CD collections here. Old and young, contemporary on one hand, sort of easy listening. But this one has Afternoons in Coffee Shops, God Shuffled His Feet. That song. That's actually what it's called. Swimming in Your Ocean. I never shut it off. I liked it. From 1993, the album is 1993 from Naughty by Nature. It was East Coast hip hop. This one features Hip Hop Hooray. Hip Hop Hooray. Ho, hey, ho, hey. Like that was all of a sudden just like the Macarena, something you need to start doing this to Hip Hop Hooray. It's a great album too. Definitely saw this. A lot of my buddies had this album featuring Vin Rock and Tretch and DJ KG. Like Sleeping on Jersey, Written on Your Kitten, It's On, The Only Ones, The Hood Comes First, and 1993, it's a good song too. Naughty by Nature, 21. Up next, number 20, going with Stain from Living Colour. Corey Glover, Vernon Reid, Doug Wimbush, Will Cahoon. These guys are, I believe, from New York. My buddy Trist from the Tristones got to go see them at the Juneteenth show in New York. Really cool poster. Mind Your Own Business, Auslander, in the heart of the album there. Peaks in the Middle, great album. Funk Metal, Living Colour. And for their 6th album, at number 19, I'm going with The Flaming Lips, Transmissions from the Satellite Heart. That's the one where She Don't Use Jelly, Be My Head, When You're 22, and Turn It On, the opening track. Psychedelic, slacker rock. I don't know what you call these guys. Good times. At number 18, I have the debut from the Verve, Storm in Heaven, featuring Slide Away, Blue, Butterfly, Sun, the Sea. Great space rock, shoegaze, Brit pop, Brit rock. Great debut album for sure. All right, 17. This might be a bit controversial, but I'm going with Nirvana and Utero. Some people love it, some people don't. I love parts of it. It does have its seams. It's not as seamless as the first couple albums. The opening 6 or 7 songs are all great. Heart-shaped box, and ends the album out with All Apologies. Dumb in the middle. Frances Farmer Will Have Her Revenge on Seattle. Not my favorite. But yeah, the final studio album from Nirvana in Utero. Have it a 4-star album. Next up, I believe it's their 4th studio album, Midnight Marauders from A Tribe Called Quest, 1993. Now, this one features Award Tour, Midnight, We Can Get Down, Electric Relaxation's probably my favorite track on the album. And the thing just chugs along, hums along like every Tribe album. These guys do not miss. Tribe Called Quest, another 4-star album, Midnight Marauders. That's Tip, Fife, and Ali Shaheed Muhammad. And friends. Busta. And number 15, this one gave me so many deja vu vibes, so maybe I have heard this album before. PJ Harvey, Rid of Me. I love the title track. It opens off with the title track. And the second track, Mist, I like even more. 50-Foot Queenie, great song. Man Size, a great song. Me Jane, Snake. This thing's just packed full of them. All right, number 14, the second, and they only had 2 releases from Jellyfish. I'm going with Spilt Milk. The first one from Jellyfish also finished on, I think it was 1990 or 91. I think it was 90, and now 93. And this one is 4 stars for me. I've got a lot of 4.5-star songs. Brighter Day, The Ghost at number 1, New Mistake, Joining a Fan Club, chock full of them, great production, great power pop, great songs, great songwriting from Jellyfish. Number 13, I'm going with the debut from KRS-One, Return of the Boom Bap. Starts off hot and heavy. Outta Here is great. One of my favorite KRS-One songs. Mortal Thought, I Can't Wake Up, Slap Them Up, Sound of the Police, Mad Crew, Return of the Boom Bap, and Higher Level. This thing's chock full of them. You got some DJ Premier on some of the cuts, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Yes, DJ Premier. Check out KRS-One. Return of the Boom Bap, number 13. Best albums of 1993. Number 12, their 5th album, Canadians' Blue Rodeo. And the album is 5 Days in July. Till I Gain Control Again. English Bay. What is This Love? Photograph. Bad Timing. Hasn't Hit Me Yet. 5 Days in May. I've got a lot of highly ranked songs on this great album from Canadian kind of country rockers, Blue Rodeo. And these guys are like prolific in Canada. Very, very famous, very popular rock band. Next up, number 11, I'm going with Dig from I Mother Earth. That's a Canadian rock band featuring Edwin on lead vocals. He went on to do some solo work later on too. Very popular stuff here in Canada for sure. I'm not sure how big he went, if he went global with Alive or not. Squirrely Witherspoon, I'm Mother Earth, kind of grungy metal rock. I don't even really know what to call it. Alt rock. Definitely like early 90s alt rock. I'm Mother Earth. And these guys did it well. So if you haven't heard of them, check out their album Dig from 1993. I think it's one of their best. Number 10, right? Number 10, I'm going with the Ghetto Boys. Till Death Do Us Part from the Ghetto Boys. I think this is their 5th album. There's some roster shifts on this one. I love it. This one features Scarface and Big Mike and Bushwick Bill. I've always been such a Willie D fan that I'm kind of late to the party on Till Death Do Us Part, but I love this album. Scarface, respect. Big Mike, respect. Bushwick, respect. These guys, the beats too are just incredible on this album. Yeah, It Ain't features It Ain't, one of my favorite ones on the album. 6 Feet Deep is a good one. Murder After Midnight is such a good one. It's gonna be a murder after midnight. One of my favorite gangster rap albums ever now that I'm very familiar with it the last few months. Another 5th album for rap legend again, Big Daddy Kane, Looks Like a Job for Big Daddy Kane. It comes at number 9 on the 25 best albums of 1993. This thing is stacked full of hits. The whole thing is great. Every beat, incredible. Every rap, legible, hilarious. Just enough bravado mixed with some extreme talent and backing it up and just continuously backing it up. The beef is on. Looks Like a Job for. Rest in Peace. How You Get a Record Deal. Number 8, I'm going with Kate Bush, The Red Shoes. Starts off hot. Rubber Band Girl. Eat the Music. Lily, The Red Shoes. I was into Fiona Apple a fair bit, and still am. I still like Fiona Apple, but this kind of reminds me almost like she sort of took the torch from Kate Bush for this sort of songwriter, pop, all over the place, performance art thing. A little bit different, because I think Kate Bush is a better singer. To me, they're kind of tied in my mind, Kate Bush and Fiona Apple. Pop album with like big kind of 80s synth sounds and stuff like that. Sounds really crisp, really Dave Gilmore-y. Yeah, Dave Gilmour did work on this. Jeff Beck, a bunch of famous people were on this album. Red Shoes, Kate Bush. Next up, number 7, another appearance from Lenny Kravitz with Are You Gonna Go My Way? I really love Lenny Kravitz, especially the early albums. Are You Gonna Go My Way is just a continuation of greatness. Kept going for a while. There's just some of those songs in the middle that I'm not crazy about. I was never into the American Woman cover like that album, I don't think, really. But other than that, I was always into it. So I was still totally jiving with Lenny Kravitz at this point in his career. Are You Gonna Go My Way? Starting off with Are You Gonna Go My Way? I think it was the first song I ever tried to learn on guitar. And I'm pretty sure that was the first lesson. You want to learn a riff. What do you want to learn? So Are You Gonna Go My Way? And I shouldn't have started with that. So don't start with that one because, well, whatever. It led to me not being any good at guitar. But Is There Any Love in Your Heart? It's a great song. Believe. This one's a bit more rockin' than the previous ones. They're a bit more soul, funky, a bit slower R&B. This one's a bit more straightforward rockin' in a lot of sections. But number 6, going with Black Sunday from Cypress Hill. So this is Cypress Hill's second album, but it might as well be their first because it's the first one I think pretty much anybody really knew well. It was definitely the one that I learned who they were. Ain't Going Out Like That. Insane in the Brain. When the Shit Goes Down. Cock the Hammer. Hits from the Bong. A to the K. A to the K, homeboy. A to the K. It sold 1 billion copies, I'm sure. Number 5, we're at 4.5 star territory. Number 5, it's Tool's debut album, Undertow. It's Tool. These guys are grandmasters of metal psychedelic thing they do. They're Tool. They have their own sound, and they do it incredibly well. Apparently really great people, too. One of the best drummers, one of the best rhythm sections, the guitars, the vocals, everything elite level. Songwriting. This is dark, powerful music, powerful lyrics. It's Tool. One of the best live shows I ever saw. Prison Sex, Sober, Undertow are all featured on this album. Tool, number 5 with their debut. Number 4, Counting Crows, their debut. August and Everything After. Omaha, Round Here, Mr. Jones, Perfect Blue Buildings, And It Begins, Time and Time Again, Rain King. The whole first side of that album, pretty much love every song. And Rain King, great album, great debut album. Number 3, I'm going with Weird Al Yankovic's Alapalooza. Yep. So just think back to all the albums I just placed that above. But it's my list, and it's important to me. And I mean, I guess one of the reasons I even wanted to do a YouTube thing was so that I could make things like Alapalooza, the number 3 album of 1993. What's not to love on this album? Jurassic Park. It opens up with Jurassic Park. Bedrock Anthem. Frank's 2000-inch TV. Achy Breaky Song. Living in the Fridge. Waffle King. Bohemian Polka. Thank you, Weird Al Yankovic, for teaching me so much about music. And yeah, Frank's 2000-inch TV, my favorite Weird Al Yankovic song. Check out my Weird Al episodes on this channel. Love UHF, love Al TV, love all that, and love Weird Al Yankovic, and I'm just happy he's going to get some love on one of these lists. Number 3 album of 1993 is Weird Al Yankovic, Alapalooza. Okay, 5-star territory, the number 2 album for 1993, and I went back and forth, but got to do this. Number 2, I'm going with Pearl Jam Versus. It's a 5-star album. Some years don't have those. Important album to me growing up. I'm pretty sure I got this with my Christmas money in 1993. Daughter, such a great track. Glorified G, Dissident, Animal, Go, Blood, Rearview Mirror, Elderly Woman, Difference. I really like Blood, actually. That's one of my favorite ones. Versus, pretty great album. Number 2. For 1993. If I didn't make this album the number 1 album of 1993, I would be disrespecting the album that got me into rap music, period. This one, a whole new level, post-Hammer, Doggystyle, Snoop Doggy Dog is the number 1 album of 1993. It's Snoop Dogg now. He was Snoop Doggy Dog back then. What can I say? This thing start to finish is a masterpiece. It's maybe the greatest rap album of all time. It's got to be in the conversation. It has to be. Gin and Juice, even W Balls. Like the skits on this album are the best skits of all time. I think up there with Biggie, The Shiznit, Lottie Dottie, Murder Was the Case, Serial Killer, Who Am I, Doggy Dog World, G's and Hustlers, Pump Pump, G's Up, Hose Down. Where I grew up anyways, you had to know the words to every song on this album. And some of the best, these are my favorite Dre beats are on this album. Every one of them is my favorite that Dre does on this album of Dre's career. That includes the Eminem, that includes all that stuff. These are my favorite Dre beats. And this is my favorite Snoop raps. My album got scratched on the Shiznit, and I couldn't have that, so I'm currently still in pursuit of a new copy. Respect to Snoop Doggy Dog. Thank you. I have this album memorized. Best album, Snoop Doggy Dog, Doggystyle. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your tops are. I Appreciate the comments. Remember, the playlist for all the best songs from the albums in 1993 is on the channel here and in the description for this video below, or just check out my channel, check out playlist tab, and you can see all the songs that were mentioned today. I'm sorry I'm a little low on facts and high on opinions. Catch you on the next one. Respect to Snoop Dogg.